Patrick Marlette, your local game guy, with another local gamer, Will.
What's up?
Hey, Will. Not much. We were talking about how to make proxies passable in tournament settings. You guys have any
no,
neat
we weren't.
tricks?
No, we weren't.
I
Rule
mean,
one of making proxies passable: don't talk about making
exactly.
proxies passable.
Well, I don't really have that issue because I have real cards, Will. Actually, that's not true. Because
Do
when
you
I
have
played...
Taiga for your Shorkai list?
Okay, Will. Rule one about proxies. Wait, you know what I
Rule
don't...
one of making proxies passable: don't publicly talk about making proxies passable.
Do you like my new haircut, Will? I look like a 70s or like an 80s British rocker.
Or you look like a 70s bully, like without the sharp shoulder tuxedo. You know what I'm talking about, like the curly one side hair with it shorter on the other side. So the
God.
boom.
Yeah, I didn't. This was not intentional. My barber just or my salon artist just decided to do her own thing, and then I walked away wondering why. Why again?
You look like you don't even know how to do the twist McFly.
But seriously, guys, if you have advice for making proxies look passable, let us know.
You know, I realized you kind of have the WinTeR haircut, so it's on theme.
Oh my God, you're right. Actually, here, speaking of, we might as well just like jump right to it. I know we're a little late. Sorry, guys. WinTeR's right there. Here, we can futz about just a little bit longer, but I kind of do have the WinTeR haircut. This was not intentional whatsoever. But yeah, SCG Con. We sort of talked about that. Do you want to go to DC for SCG Con?
I don't know if I'm gonna do the second SCG Con in DC because we had the Baltimore one, and I'm like, oh, there's one in the other direction of me. Do I go to that one as well and play Zur in the 5K?
You know, I would go again, but I would probably wind up playing One Piece again. Can they put the One Piece tournament not on the main Commander tournament? Because I'd love to participate in both, ideally. But I would actually want to play Jolly Balloon Man. I really enjoy that deck. I do want to make that. I think it's such a cool list, and I kind of want the token duplication stuff in there next. It's like a whole sub-strategy we missed.
Yeah, my only issue with Jolly Balloon Man is he's like 2 steps too slow, probably. Unless you can make him a good stacks commander, I feel like he doesn't get there. Or at least he's too slow to get there.
I don't know if he's that... Well, maybe you're right. I don't know. He didn't seem that slow to me. It felt okay.
Well, you weren't there, Patrick. You weren't playing in the 5K. I played 4 games in the 5K, and everybody won on turn 2 or like turn 3.
Well, look, I mean, I don't know about the 5K, but I did have like pretty much every single game I played, someone tried to win on turn 2. So I get it. I mean, you could just do stuff to stop them from winning. That's also a strategy.
Mine wasn't everybody tried to win on turn 2. Mine was everybody won on turn 2 or turn 3.
Well, someone was really like, I don't know. I watched 2 ad nauseums fail on like, one was like a turn 1, one was a turn 2. I was so impressed. I'm like, wow, are we just not making decks? Are we just not making decks as felt as before? Because there was no way you could lose when you had like 35 plus health.
I hate that when I played Nas in my Rust Zur list, I proceeded to go 20 cards deep because I hit all of my high-cost things except for Rhystic Study and Force of Will. That was a load of crap.
Well, it sounds like you need to redeem yourself, Will.
Indeed.
But speaking of Necropotence piles...
Probably.
Probably yes with WinTeR MISanThRoPic. Okay, so... Guys, if you haven't been looking at all the teasers, the trailers, the stuff Magic's been producing, as well as Magic kin like ourselves.
I'm so happy. Hold on. There we go.
What is this? Is this like a topper from a Starbucks lid?
This is a letter opener, but...
oh, I see. Yeah, okay, it's working.
I'm edgy. I'm WinTeR. You have the hair, I have to do the knife thing.
Yeah, you get the knife, I'll get the hair down. So, there's two WinTeRs. This is the better one, I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Will, I'm gonna let you see if you can recite what this card does by memory, and then we'll get into the build.
I don't remember his stats, but he's one a black, a red, and a green for Ward 2. He says at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards, and Delirium, and then I'm going to paraphrase this, but it's Delirium, your opponent's hand size is 7 minus your Delirium count.
Now, Will, does he fulfill a role in your party?
No.
Human Warlock?
No.
Warlocks don't
Party is
count?
party is Wizard, Warrior, Cleric, and Rogue. Yeah, Wizard, Warrior, Cleric, Rogue.
Is there not
You're thinking of
Archer?
Outlaw.
No. Although, yeah, Outlaw. Jeez, I forgot about Outlaw. 3/4 body. What's up? Not much, struggling chef. So, guys, today we're going to be brewing WinTeR MISanThRoPic guide. And speaking about doing things quickly, I don't think that's what we're doing today. I don't think this list wants to go quickly. I think this list wants to just screw up everyone's day and then probably win with the Underworld Breach pile, if we're being honest. So,
evolved.
right. So I know, Will, this was a list you were interested in brewing. So conceptually, I'll let you take the lead on this one. But why do I think that seasons are non-binary? Must be because of autumn. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this person identifies. Is that what we're talking about? Winter, I don't know. I have no idea. What is on the side of winter, by the way? When I was making the thumbnail, I was wondering what's up with the little juju box.
Is that like a... I don't know if that's a satchel or if that's a
It's
camera, like an old tiny accordion camera with the flash stick and everything.
there's a few artifacts for like ghost hunting in this particular set. I thought this was like one of those things.
That is a hammer.
What?
Really?
No.
Huh. So if you look at his other art, he has this weird hammer thing that has the green glowing screen on that satchel thing.
Oh.
So if you look at the other WinTeR, the less good WinTeR.
Yep. Yep. Release date. Where?
Sorry, the Commander
Oh.
WinTeR. I guess I shouldn't judge.
Winter Cynical Opportunist. Oh, but
So
he
yeah,
still does have the little bag on his side. But I see the TV hammer business.
yeah.
Well, at any rate, we're more interested in this one. I don't know if there's alternative art for this. Oh, there is. Ooh. Ooh, dude. It only gets edgier. Okay, so we'll look at this one for now. So, Will, thoughts, theories, and feelings on WinTeR. Also, guys, if you're in the chat, let me know you're alive by voting on this extremely important poll. I just want to know who you guys are with that. And if you like pineapples on your pizza, comment pineapple. All right, well.
All I gotta say is we are going to be using a whole lot of looting effects and then a good amount of stacks. I think that's our game plan.
Yeah. Rummage is probably the name of the game. We don't want to impulse draw. Unless the exiled card goes back into our graveyard, but it's not common at all. I think
It's really funny because this is definitely a deck that loves Burning Inquiry.
Oh,
Joke's
yeah.
on you, I gotta discard 3 cards at random and make you guys mill 3. Eat it.
Yeah, is this one I'm thinking of? It's 1 cost, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Each player draws 3 cards and discards 3 at random. Fantastic. Right? So you're going to get there that much quicker. Are we jamming every single card type because?
We try to balance it out. I think we're gonna run like maybe 2 Planeswalkers and then like 2 good battles. Ikoria and something else.
Are there any?
I think making it so that people can only keep 1 card in hand at the end of every turn is a pretty good way of winning. Hey, Nibiru.
So, let's take a look at this. What are the ways in which we could discard that are useful? Lion's Eye Diamond?
Yeah, we have Lion's Eye Diamond is like the really good one. We have Faithless Looting. We have Burning Inquiry. I'm trying to find that one vampire that people like from Modern that people don't really ever use in Commander, but is really good in Commander in this instance. Insolent Neonate
Oh,
gets you
is
a
it the red?
creature in your
Is that the red
graveyard
one?
and something else in your graveyard.
Hold up. Let's go ahead and I think we're ready, guys. We're starting this one up. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just add our rummaging effects in or discard effects. You know, there are some things I think say escalate, discard a card, or anything that gives us a utility to a discard is good. We are drawing cards off of this commander, and we want to make sure that we are stunting our opponents with this commander. So we are going to consider some cards that aren't regularly used. Will mentioned a big one, Burning Inquiry. If you have any utilities that you want us to incorporate in this winner list, let us know in the comments. But on that note, let's just start here because I think everything else is going to build itself out. All of the fast mana, all the tutors, all the interaction, yada, yada, yada. All right. So, blackmail? No. Bag of Holding. Bag of Holding is not good. God, anything that exiles our graveyard.
Yeah, we want our graveyard being very yardy.
Yardy. Gotta make sure it's yardy. All right, so I've got Insolent Neonate, Burning Inquiry. I have Circling Vultures. Well, how about that? During your upkeep, remove the top creature card in your graveyard from the game, or bury Circling Vultures. What?
It's one of those old ones. Nibiru. WinTeR makes so that on your upkeep, everybody draws 2 cards, and then Delirium, reduce each opponent's maximum hand size by your Delirium count.
Right. Is there a... Do you need 4 or more things to hit Delirium, or how does Delirium work?
4 different permanent types in your graveyard, or 4 different card types in your graveyard.
And then you have Delirium.
Yeah, and I want to make sure one thing for Delirium, because I can't remember if Kindred counts towards Delirium or not.
Well, we're going to add Faithless Looting. If there's any creatures, I know Insolent Neonate is one, but if there's any, like, just rummage creatures that you guys are aware of, holler. Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter. Discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards. Dark Deal, Winds of Change. Hell yes to Winds of Change. This is a deck for Winds of Change. I'll even put in Wheel of Fortune, by the way. Sorry.
Kindred is a card type, so we can include some Kindred cards to even it out a little bit, because we just need to hit instant, sorcery, artifact, land, creature, enchantment, and then either a battle, a planeswalker, or a Kindred. And then we have 7.
I'm hearing Turgid could be spicy.
Well, we just need stack stuff. I think we put in, like, the orbs. Speaking of winter, winter orb, winter moon, let's go.
Do you want them?
Honestly, they're not bad. Anything that makes it so people can't play out all 3 of the cards from hand that they're going to have is pretty good.
Yeah, crop rotation 100%, but Orcish Lumberjack. That's an interesting
Orcish
call.
Lumberjack is good.
Yeah, it's a 1 cost. If you guys have never seen it, you basically destroy forest, your own forest, to ramp. I believe it's 2 or 3 of either.
3 of any combination of red and green.
Really good. Winter Orb does nothing, Will.
Doesn't it?
Is this the one that makes it so lands don't untap?
Yeah, only 1 land per turn. That does a good amount. Like, granted, it's not as good as in casual, but it still shuts off like 2 mana. Like, that's kind of volley attacks in jUND.
I'm doing Lion's Eye Diamond and Underworld Breach, so they're pretty easy includes for us.
I mean, we're kind of fine with ditching our hand because we'll draw 2 on the next upkeep.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it could screw us, but yes. Oh, you mean you want to, like, hard cast our commander with...
We don't need to, but that is a thing that does not hurt too bad.
No, I suppose not. I'm sorry, I'm just looking for any sort of rummagers that I just don't regularly play with or know. We're not going to use any of the like Inquisition of Kozilek style cards, like anything like that.
Do we have Lotus Petal in?
No, but that one's easy. Lotus Petal and obviously Jeweled Lotus. Just speaking of ways to fill our grave with types. Winter Lotus Petal, right? Usually Winter Moon helps the player that's ahead and protects their win. Provided they have artifact mana, yes, it could be bad. That's where something like, you know, a Tanglewire might be better, or something that's not selective in its scope. And we could talk about stacks pieces just a little bit more in depth later, but I don't think it hurts to just jam all the stacks that comes to mind just from the get-go and then work from there. Whenever a spell forces you to discard a card, a spell or effect forces you to discard a card, you may instead discard the top card of your library. I'm looking at Library of Lang.
You may discard the card to the top of your library. Instead of putting it there, you put it there.
We don't want that.
No, we do not. We do probably want Magmatic Insight. 1 red sorcery as an additional cost. Discard a land, draw 2.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, dude. It just has a draw utility in red. It's not bad, but Magmatic Insight here, I usually use it in mono red list, but here it's good.
Yeah. We can also probably use Cathartic Reunion. Just discard 2, draw 3.
Right. Yeah. I definitely want to do that. Again, just avoiding any of the impulse draw, but Cathartic Reunion sounds good to me. Gamble is the best Rummiter. We have Gamble in here for sure. Magus of the Wheel. Lord Winggrace. Is a Planeswalker is a type we could use.
Yes, we probably want some Planeswalkers, but I don't think Lord Windgrace is one of them. I will look for Planeswalkers.
All right, really. Will, hear me out. Hear me out, Will. 1 with nothing?
No.
What if we attach 1 with nothing to Isochron Scepter?
No, even worse. Is it an instant? It is an instant.
Oh, yeah, no. Will, we could discard our hand before our turn.
Oh, you know what we do run as a Planeswalker? Karn the Great Creator.
Oh,
Null Rod is a good effect.
I'm sorry. Wait, you're avoiding the theory craft here, Will.
No, the theory craft is not good. you know what? Let me spoil the ending of this theory craft for you, Patrick. Nothing.
But you're 1 with it. What if you won with 1 with nothing? I think you're a real boss if you play 1 with nothing.
Erase the E, add a very small W to the front of it. 1 with nothing.
Buried Alive is insane. Oh shit, yeah, you could actually bury like an enchantment creature, an artifact creature, and a creature.
I'm trying to think. Is there like
an entomb,
so you can hit a land creature, you can Buried Alive Dryad Arbor. But you probably don't do that, but you can do. There's no kindred creatures because creatures are already kindred.
What is the other entomb, Will? What is the other entomb?
Unmarked Grave.
Alright.
Unmarked Grave hits any. I think it hits any card type as long as it's not legendary.
Yeah. There's just a prerequisite with that one.
Oh, you know we probably want to run Grist. Grist with Buried Alive.
Grist with Buried Alive.
Grist is a creature in all zones except for the field, meaning that we can put Grist from the deck into the graveyard with Buried Alive.
What is Grist of full name? Is it the
Grist of the Hunger Tide.
Hunger Tide.
Also, this Grist isn't too bad.
No.
It's just a general card. It's nice.
Sorry, if you're keeping up with the chat, I'm going to keep going through some of these search results. There's a lot of suggestions. Please keep them coming. Again, guys, we're really just looking for the best utilities to fill up our grave as we go along. I do think that rummage effects are going to be the best, but...
Opposition Agent was brought up, and Opposition Agent and Dolphy Voidwalker go in. We do not include Magus of the Wheel only because we don't want to let our opponents draw into removal for WinTeR. We're also probably putting in Lightning Greaves and Swiftfoot Boots for the sake of just not letting him die. How about 6? Maybe. I do like 6 in general, but I don't know for this deck. How do you like the...
Vicious Rumors. Each opponent discards 1 card. I love Vicious Rumors. Just as a card, Vicious Rumors is one of my favorite things. So effective. It's one of those instances where I wish it kind of hit us.
I'm saying Karn Great Creator is the weirdest.
How do you feel about Anvil of Bowgarden?
Anvil of Bowgarden? What does that do?
Each player skips his or her discard phase. During each
Oh,
player's...
I think I know what you're talking about. I think there's a very good reason why we don't want it,
Does it
if I
mess
remember
up?
correctly.
Well, it stops the... There's no... Basically, it reads, players have no maximum hand size.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's
That
the reason why we don't
supersedes...
want it.
Yeah. Never
'Cause
mind.
they have infinite hand size -7.
Mm,
I was like, wait, I think I know that card. I did indeed know that card.
it was close. Because I just want the draw discard effects, like the like that one land you could run. Enters, you may discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. Bitter Reunion. Huh. That's kind of cute. Sacrifice Bitter Reunion. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. But basically, it's 1 generic and a red for ETB. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it's an enchantment too, and it self-sacrifices, so sure. I like it.
I really don't hate it.
It's pretty good. It's another loot effect that also cares about putting itself in the grave. So it's an enchantment that goes to our grave. I like it.
He was 3/4 or 4/3. I think he was 3/4.
3/4?
Yeah.
3/4.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with 4 or greater power, you may discard a card and draw a card. Boundary Lands Ranger would have been good.
No.
Biggest Dredge. Grinding Station combo. Yes. Grinding Station, and we would sheesh Louise. Wait. If we run Grinding Station, you just need any sort of mana positive rock to keep the chain going with Underworld Breach, right? And then you would cast until you hit like a Grape Shot or something.
Do we run Renin 6 just for the sake of making it so that we'll have land drops, a little bit of ping, and then another Planeswalker to discard?
The Renin 6 lets us play our lands from the grave. Is this the one?
Return a land from our graveyard to our hand for +1, -1, deal 1 damage to a target, -7, an emblem that gives all of your instants and sorceries retrace.
I like it.
It's a red and a green. It's good.
Yeah, we can run the Hierarch, Ignoble Hierarch. Good suggestion.
Did you put Insolent Neonate in there already or not?
The costs are low enough. Yeah, I did. I did. Dragon Rage Channeler. This is the one where
Surveil when you cast a non-creature.
the answer is yes, right?
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
People seem to like that card.
Yeah.
Dragon's Rage Channeler? Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. Renin Ticks. Renin 6 is in. If there's any other Planeswalkers you guys want to include, feel free to holla. Chain of Smogwell. It's almost like one with nothing.
Well, we can do Chain of Smog and what's it called?
How about Chains of Mephistopheles?
Witherbloom Apprentice, that's it. Chain of Smog with Witherbloom Apprentice as a finisher.
Yeah, I like that. For this list, I like that. Witherbloom Apprentice, but Will, what about Chains of Mephistopheles?
I like it because it makes it so people are immediately discarding the cards we let them draw.
Yeah, if the player discards a card this way, they draw a card. If the player doesn't discard a card this way, they mill a card. It's weird.
It's not too weird. It's not too complex. I don't get why people overthink it. It's just, oh yeah, if a player would draw a card except for the first card drawn in their drawn step, they discard then draw, or they mill instead of drawing.
Right, so they're always net neutral on their hand, and they would do that twice, so you're sort of forcing them. They're basically, if they only have 1 card in hand, it's bad. But if they have 2 cards, they can kind of get around it. It's not like the end of the world.
Well, Patrick, what's the whole point of our deck? Making it so they have 1 or 0 cards in hand.
In an ideal world, yeah. So Chains of Mephistopheles should do the trick, is what I'm thinking. If you play Chain of Smog combo, you should also consider Defense Grid.
I like the spheres over Defense Grid because I honestly don't think we're trying to combo too hard. I think our game plan is we do the Leovold thing of lock everybody out as soon as possible, win on turn 8.
Hey, we forgot about Demand Answers, Will. The strictly
That's
better
true.
Cathartic Reunion. I totally forgot that this card existed.
I saw it, didn't bring it up, and then was like, oh yeah, we probably should have brought that up.
Nibiru, I don't think we're going to use Demonic Tutor in this list.
Yeah, it's too slow, not good enough.
No, we're going to use it. Sorry, we're not there yet.
Oh, Ragavan. Just because monkey.
Sure.
Or a little bit of early ramp, a little bit of
Sure.
steel.
I'll put Ragavan. I'll also put Demonic Tutor because I was lying about it.
Birds of Paradise as well.
All right, guys. Why don't we do our fast mana now? And just mana in general. So I'll do Birds of Paradise. We have Ignoble Hierarch already, but Birds of Paradise, I'm going to put Utopia Sprawl. Or not. Utopia Sprawl, Wild Growth, Carpet of Flowers, Dark
Man,
Ritual.
I wonder what the most played battle is. Oh my gosh, it's Invasion of Ikoria. Who would have guessed?
I'll put that in there now. Are there any other battles we should even consider?
There's the Rampant Growth battle, but that's kind of there's the board wiped battle that either destroys all legendaries or all non-legendaries, and that's a 6 to wipe, so probably not that.
Seedborn Muse. Is it still mid? Maybe. How are we doing? Skinless? Pretty good.
Wait, hold on, Patrick. There's a looting battle, apparently.
Really?
One in a red. ETB. Discard a card and draw 2 cards. We run that.
What's it called?
It is called. Hold up. Invasion of Keldon? No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Hold on. I just had it a second ago.
So there's another Cathartic Reunion effect. Have you seen this? This
Invasion
is brand
of
new.
Mercadia. That's what it is.
Invasion of Mercadia?
Yep.
Like Mercadian Mask?
Yep.
Okay.
And what were you saying?
Will. Grab the prize. As additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. If the discarded card wasn't a land, grab the prize, deals 2 damage to each opponent. You could actually use this as a finisher.
Yeah, you can loop that. Also, maybe
That's kind of cool. I'm gonna include it, but we may have too many of these, by the way. So like
Invasion of Urgamon? Invasion of Urgamon might be good, which is 1 red, 1 green. When this enters the battlefield, create a treasure. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. So it's like 1 mana discard draw.
Seems great. I do
Good
actually.
enough.
There's also Highway Robbery, Will. Just another Cathartic Reunion. Damn, we really got a bunch of these, didn't we? I'm sorry, guys. I'm with you. I'm seeing a lot. Stacks, Opposition Agent, Null Rod.
Magus of the Moon. Probably not Croxa. Graph Digger's Cage is a heck yeah. Curse Totem is a heck yeah.
I'm gonna do Vexing
Collector
Bauble. Vexing Bauble first and foremost. Collector Oof. So, are we running Artifact Ramp in this deck?
Yes, but we don't care about it too much. Our game plan is just to hit people in the hand, and then we just sit there and watch everything burn as we're naturally ramping.
Well, what about the Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon? Are we happy with those in the deck? Isn't there a new one?
Flood Moon. It's the blue one.
Oh. Do we want this?
Yeah, I say get as much hate in the deck as we can. We'll find a way to win. Man, it's horrible that this would be a fantastic deck to run the, what's it called? Not Stasis Field. Is it Stasis? No, hold on. I need to find this
thank
card.
you. Noxious Revival is one of the best cards in the game.
Yeah.
I love Noxious Revival. This is so good. I'm also going to put Legolas's Quick Reflexes in while I'm thinking about good green cards. And Pyroblast. This isn't a green card, but you understand.
Suppression Field. I wish we were in white so that we could run Suppression Field. This is the perfect deck to do it.
Veil of Summer is the good one, right?
Yeah.
Put Assassin's Trophy in here. I'm just putting good stuff in right now.
The deck is good stuff. Deck.
Right. And what's the other one? Not Assassin's Trophy, but Abrupt.
Abrupt Decay.
Let's do the Magus of the Moon. Yeah, I agree with you, Chess, on that. Magus of the Moon and Blood Moon. Power Balance. The new. So, sorry, Inti is on the screen. I don't really want the impulse effect here. I don't dislike it, though. What do you feel about Inti, Will? Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature, it gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard one or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next turn. This is actually not bad for us.
I don't like the exile part. That's the only reason why I'm kind of iffy on it.
But you play it to your next end step. So you're technically getting you're getting the discard, right? You're obviously giving yourself something you want that gets you closer to Delirium, and then you have the option to play this card until the end of your next turn. It's really not bad.
If you discarded the card this turn, you can only play the card this turn.
You may play that card until your next end step. Never mind.
Yeah. If it was until the end of your next turn, that would be amazing.
Deathrite Shaman?
Yeah, it's Deathrite Shaman, but wrong. Deathrite Shaman, let's go.
Yeah, not the
Deathrite
same.
Shaman is good, though.
Let me look at Power Balance again, because I honestly do forget how it reads. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may reveal the top card of your library. If you do, you may cast the card without paying its mana cost. The two spells have the same mana value.
Thoughts on Eldritch Immunity? Target creature you control gains protection from each color until the end of the turn, and then you can overload it for 4 in a generic. The only reason why I suggest it is it's Kindred.
Oh. Sure.
Do we do Tarfire as well? It's the Kindred Goblin Shock.
Wait, what's the red massacre?
Heat Hook, the Spiteful Banditry.
I think we could use Spiteful Banditry as another enchantment.
But thoughts on the Goblin Shock, Patrick?
God, can you give me its name again?
Tarfire. It's just a Kindred spell that does 2 damage, and it's a goblin.
Sounds good. I like it. Oh, does that mean I can bury it with Buried Alive? It needs to be a creature, right? Not.
Has to be a creature.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Culling Ritual.
One. Honorary.
Chess is saying Culling Ritual. We are definitely missing it, and thank you for bringing it up. Yes, because we definitely missed Culling Ritual in the past, and I will not go another deck without Culling Ritual. Bowmasters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make them suffer.
Creatures for thought. Atali Primal Conqueror. Atali Primal Sickness. Gnat Miser. Hoarding Broodlord. Imperial Recruiter.
Yeah, Imperial Recruiter. And Dockside. Did we even include Dockside yet?
I did. It silently did very early on, just to get that out of the way. Croxa Titan. Croxa twice now, folks have suggested.
I think it was by Chess King both times, though.
Was it? Oh, that doesn't count then. Sorry, that doesn't count. I'm sorry. We need to add fast mana. Mana Crypt. By the way, guys, we're at 98 cards, and we've really barely scratched the surface of the deck. So I'm going to go Mana Crypt.
I honestly think we're at a good point for the deck, even just throwing randoms. Sylvan Library.
Really?
Yeah, it's good enough draw. And it's an enchantment.
Dockside. Thoughts on creatures? Dockside? Yeah. Okay, Will, give me your favorite artifact ramp. We have Lotus Petal and Jeweled Lotus.
Let's see. Soul Ring, Mana Crypt,
Mana Vault?
Chrome Mox.
For any sort of for the stacks pieces, just take a quick Mana Vault. Not good enough for you?
Yeah. I don't like doing a 1-mana get. I don't like doing bad Dark Ritual when I don't even think we included Dark Ritual in the deck.
I did have Dark Ritual in the deck. I do have Dark Ritual. It's just an instant that lets you put opposition down. I don't know.
Yeah, Dark Ritual's good enough.
Cursed Mirror. Honestly, I love Cursed Mirror. I don't
do
mind
we
it.
do,
Sure,
Should
I'll
we
do it.
do Animate Dead and Dance of the Dead because everybody's discarding all of their bomb creatures?
The answer is no. And yes, we can.
Yeah.
At least those two.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for Reanimate. I'm not going to go for Necromancy. We don't need the fancy ones.
No. No.
We also already have sorceries, I think, so we should be fine.
Mana Crypt, Soul Ring. Will, we have 4 mana dorks in the deck so far. Ignoble Hierarch, Bop, Deathrite Shaman.
Orcish. And Ragavan.
Orcish Lumberjack. And Ragavan. Are there any other 1 CMC ramp pieces you want?
Not ones that tap for anything other than green. Or Delighted Halfling, but
I
don't think we need any of them.
Do you want to add
Maybe Delighted Halfling?
Direfleet Daredevil? Why Delighted Halfling? Oh.
Just because no counter our commander safe boy.
Would you run a Cavern of Souls in this list, Will?
Yes, only because our commander is important enough.
Kind of an ass, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and also if there's any MDFCs we're missing, we should probably consider them now.
They are only the front side wall in the graveyard, I believe.
Right, but I mean they're still decent. I mean, we have a mana base for Tainted Pact, so I am going to run it in Demonic Consultation for now.
I did not send you the land base.
No, you're good. So this is a land base from what's that? Slime Foot and Squee, deck we did a little while back. So ignore the land base if there's some quirky elements in it. The elf that makes black mana. You want the what's her name?
Elves of Deep Shadow. I don't think we need Elves of Deep Shadow.
I don't think so either. You know what I want to do though? I want to jump out of here and just look at the deck.
You also maybe might want to put the deck in
Oh, I did this time.
Description. Oh, you did?
Yeah. I'm on top of it.
There we go.
Look at this new Tangle Wire. All right, so here's what we have. We have 8 cards over, and for our artifacts, we have Jeweled Lotus, Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt. And to answer your question, Dasva, yeah, we're relying on like slowing the game down to a certain extent and then winning through one of any jUND combos. So Grinding Station's in there, Underworld Breach is in there. Praetor's Grasp is not in there, but we could technically Praetor's Grasp with Thassa's Oracle or something, do that. If for some reason they discarded it, then, we could, like, Noxus Revival their Praetor's, and then Praetor's Grasp. Whatever. There's lines of play we can do to get the thing back if we want to win that way. There's also Chain of Smog and Witherbloom Apprentice. I think those are the 2 wins we've included. You can technically use Grinding Station on your opponents, too, but I'd rather Grinding Station for a solution and then, like, Grape Shot them. Sorry. There you go. There's another win. I did put that in the deck. You could put Fishbowl, but I think Grape Shot's just better. All right. So far as our artifacts are concerned, like, we have Winter Moon, Winter Orb. What does Winter Moon read again?
One non-basic untaps per turn.
Is that less good than Winter Orb?
Probably.
If we need to make cuts is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah. Also, I think we probably cut Gemstone Mine for Dryad Arbor. Because we're a slow deck. Gemstone Mine is bad if we're a slow deck.
Yeah, we didn't need that in there anyways. But we'll put Dryad Arbor in for sure. We didn't really add any tutors, by the way, like any tutors. So
we've buried alive. Speaking of which, our only creature outside of Dryad Arbor that is something other than a creature is Grist.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have an artifact creature in here. We don't got an enchantment creature in here.
All right, well, I hear you. Let's add the tutors. Let's add the tutors. Vampire tutor.
You look for the tutors, I'll look for artifact and enchantment creatures.
Wishclaw Talisman. We also have Gamble in there already. I don't think we care too much about Sylvan Tutor, excuse me. I do want to add Enlightened Tutor, though. Not Enlightened Tutor. Worldly Tutor, excuse me. If there's any other
Destiny
tutors you guys
Spinner?
want, Will added Invasion of Ikoria already. What was that?
Destiny Spinner?
Oh, is an enchantment creature?
Yeah.
She gives protection?
Your creatures and enchantments cannot be countered.
D-spin. The answer's maybe. I'll add Dryad Arbor now. So we have a man land, technically. Sure, Destiny Spinner's not bad. You're just suggesting for a Buried Alive. We just want... Our Buried Alive pile in this deck is kind of lame, in the sense that it's really just there to help hit Delirium. Or it should be.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if it hits it so that our opponents can't do jack against us and just start losing, that's good.
Do you want to do Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor just to have the ultimate turn 1 play?
I'm fine with that. Because getting creatures and getting lands in our graveyards are going to be the easiest two things to get in our graves, so I'm not picky on I'm not picky on getting those in there.
I'm gonna put the One Ring. You're right. Turgrid's Lantern. Turgrid's Lantern. How does that function again?
That is Turgrid God of Fright, I believe. Hold on, let me check how to spell that.
I got her. 3 and a black. Target player loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices an on-land permanent or discards a card. Untap Turgrid's Lantern. Nah, I'm a little lukewarm on Turgrid's Lantern here. One Ring I like. Ubamask is maybe not, because they draws go into exile. Oh, you just want to say to your opponent when they draw those 2 cards,
GG, get wrecked.
Right. Because, oh, is it instant? No? Okay. Wait, so Orcish Bowmasters plays... Wait, we're not really functionally building around the fact that we're letting them draw 2 cards. Yes, Ubamaster is a great idea, by the way.
Yeah, well, the thing is we usually don't need to, because they're drawing 3 total cards for their turn, then discarding all of them. That's going to be the end goal. So as long as we keep WinTeR alive, they shouldn't be able to get a win.
I think I added in Tomb already. Thank you for that. Flare of Duplication. Deflecting Swat, yes. But, do you want to add any of the flares?
Honestly, I don't hate the green flare and don't hate the red flare, because we will be able to get green creatures on the field early pretty easily, and the red one is just really good in a pinch.
It's Flare of Cultivation.
Yes.
Underworld Lines, or maybe Asmodeus Necro. Oh, do you mean to just have added benefit to Dryad Arbor, to have an added benefit to Buried Alive? Like, do we want to run a pile?
I don't know. I don't think we need a pile.
I don't think we need a pile either. Here, saving this. Okay, we're going to take another look at the list. There's even more cards now. A lot more cards. All right, well, let's start with artifacts. What do you like? What do you dislike? We've got Ubamask, the One Ring, Cursed Mirror, Tangle Wire, Grinding Station, Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, Winter Moon, Winter Orb, Talisman, Wishclaw Talisman, Vexing Bauble, Soul Ring, Jeweled Lotus, Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt. I think we can get rid of Winter Moon.
Yeah, we can get rid of Winter Moon. We can probably also get rid of Cursed Mirror and maybe even get rid of Grinding Station, because I don't think we're going to need Underworld Breach wins.
Oh, I
if
still
we wanted
want,
other wins, we could just do like Jeska's Will Reiterate and then any of our damage things.
Wait, but they're not going to have a hand.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Cursed Mirror is sort of just like a bonus play. It's sort of like a value add, but this deck isn't really getting much value out of it, is it? I mean, like, if we're trying to hit someone's dockside and ramp something out, maybe. I like Cursed Mirror. I'm going to sideline Cursed Mirror for now, though.
Phyrexian Revoker. There we go. That's a good artifact creature. Oh, or Soulless Jailer. We have a Grafdigger's Cage in there, right?
No, we do not.
Oh, we don't. Oh, okay, then either Soulless Jailer or Phyrexian Revoker.
Let's do Soulless. Revoker doesn't have flash, right? It's just
Mm-mm. Neither have
Pithing
Flash.
Needle does, right? But okay, so let's do
No,
Soulless.
Pithing Needle does not have Flash.
Why do I think it has flash?
Because
Right.
you're thinking of the Flash Needle, the flute.
Let's do Soulless Jailer. I mean, is there not a better artifact creature? No offense.
I've been looking and I could not find better ones.
Breach is good. Breach is always good. I want to keep Breach. If you're in red,
Yeah,
I feel
Breach
like
is going in the 99 period. Even if we don't run combos with it, our game plan is win turn like 8 or 9 after locking everybody out of the game.
Let's move
So
on to our. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Breach is good. Breach is good.
City of Solitude is not necessarily stacks, is it? It doesn't apply to everyone, right? It's just you. It's a Grand Abolisher for you. How does it read? I forget how City reads.
City of Solitude.
Each player may play spells and abilities only during his or her turn. LED needs to go. You don't want to have LED anymore?
Yeah, I think we can ditch LED. I don't think we're going to be going for Underworld Breach lines to win. Like, we could honestly just go play an 8/8 punch people to death, and that would probably work.
I'm going to remove the Grinding Station and LED for now. Which means I'm going to remove the Grape Shot for now. Where is my Grape Shot? Okay. So, let's go to our sorceries. Search for Blex. How about it, Will? Do you want Blex?
Hold on, why search for Blex?
I don't know.
Fact or fiction in the command zone, but bad because it hurts you.
Haywire Might. Oh my god. Stop! That's the best artifact creature, Will.
Yeah.
Soulless Jailer. We'll keep both. I mean, I would rather play Haywire Might than...
We can do Haywire Might over it because Haywire Might's going to be putting itself in the grave very easily.
Oh, it's so good.
No one needs Soulless Jailer. It's usually irrelevant.
Oh, poor guy. We don't want to stunt their graveyard shenanigans at all?
I play him in Arkham just so I can sack him. We can keep him if we want to have some way of stunting graveyards.
Not really. Well, I mean, I don't know. We're fueling their graveyard, right? So shouldn't we be concerned about their graveyard?
Yeah, we'll have Dothy Voidwalker for that.
Do we do like Planar Void?
That hits everybody, right?
I think it's asymmetrical.
I don't think it's asymmetrical.
Nope. That's not. Okay, it's not. Sorry. I
Patrick,
thought this one was.
What about Planar Void?
Did someone else say it? I thought it was. My bad. Isn't there one that is, other than Dothy? I guess it's just Dothy.
Leyline of the Void.
Oh, we're good on that.
Okay.
Sorry.
But Patrick, we can discard it later if we draw it.
Wait, what the hell is Babayel Saga? God, you're just saying words.
Look that up.
I don't think this is a real card. No, it is.
Oh yeah, it's this thing. Price 3 permanents. If they're different types, then each opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life, and you draw 3 cards. A land, an artifact, and a creature most of the time. It's drawn, it's graveyard filling.
You don't sound excited about the Night Witch.
Nah, it's 3 mana, do nothing a lot of the time, and then we have to get a board to actually do stuff with it.
Do you want a Merchant Stone in the deck, or do you want Urza Saga in the deck?
I want Urza Saga over Emergent Zone. We don't do instant speed stuff.
Are there any other new lands that are decent for the list? Like, Urza's Cave. How does that one read again?
Yeah, that's a sacrifice, find any land. You're a pay 3 sack it, but yeah.
I mean, we have so many ways to put lands in our grave. It's not like we're desperate for it. It is any land, though.
Deadly Dispute. That again.
Are layers types or subtypes?
It's a subtype.
Damn.
Deadly Dispute is the spell that sacrificing an artifact or a creature is an additional cost, and then you draw 2 cards and then make a treasure. Nah.
Hmm.
I don't think we need Deadly Dispute.
How-
We like discarding over sacking stuff. Oh, the Surveil lands, hell yeah.
Thank you. Wait, I'm sorry. I see Talon Gates. Talon Gates of Madara, yes. I see... There is actually just Talon Gates. Do you mean that? Or you meant Gates of Madara? Wooded Foothills, or whatever that new one is. Wooded Foothills is a fetch, but... What's the new one, Will? Wooded something?
Let me find it.
Also, I don't remember the Surveil lands, so if you know them, please let me know. But yes, yes, the answer is yes. Those are good. But the Surveil lands are tapped, but they're duels, right? They're proper duels?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just look up land Surveil while Will's looking up what he's looking up.
I don't know the wooded ones that people are talking about.
Blazemeyer Verge. Is it the... Oh, we should have Beseju in here.
Yeah,
God, I hope
think
so.
the land bases before Beseju is a thing, potentially.
Oh, seriously? Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, it's not there. We're going to have to... Beseju who endures, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in. Yeah, there's a couple of lands that are missing. Guys, Cradle's not in here? Sorry, you guys also have access to the list if you want to look at it. It's in the description, but oh my god. You know what? I think the list I took this off of, this land base, is very different than, like, what we want to run.
Also,
am I not on Command Tower? Okay, sorry.
We can go on Command Tower, but Underground Mortuary is the Golgari Surveil, and then Rakos Theater? Ruckus Theater. I cannot read.
It's okay.
Oh, they made a Gruul one as well, because did they finish the cycle of Surveil ones, like all
Commercial
10?
District. These are great, man. Commercial District. Yeah. Thank you for the Surveil suggestion, and I'm sorry, Ruckus Theater.
Ruckus. However the heck I pronounced it.
Ruckus Theater. Urza's Cave is good since you can get Bog. Bajuka Bog?
I don't think we're playing Bajuka Bog. I think we like our graveyard, and I don't think we care about other people's graveyards. Now, granted, we can get Urza's Cave to get Bizarre Baghdad if we want to do that.
Oh, Bizarre Baghdad would be sick as fuck. Wait, what about Spire Garden? What does that one do? Undergrowth is why? Wait, you're saying things that I feel like should definitely be in here. Undergrowth.
Spire Garden is the enemy check land.
Wow, I guess Undergrowth Stadium was before this deck's time. Guys, we've been doing deck techs on the channel for a while. I just want to say. Undergrowth Stadium.
Isn't Undergrowth Stadium yeah, it's the enemy check. We just didn't have it in the deck because we wanted like the more multicolor things, I think, when we built that deck.
Let's take a look at what we can remove. In a few. Spire Garden. Spire Garden's another duel, right? Yeah.
Let me check.
We should also
Spire Garden is not a duel, it's just the enemy check.
We need to run the basics, and we are. Okay, swamp, snow-covered, mountain, and forest. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to back out. We're going to try this for a third time. Let's see if we can get this cut down, because we're adding so much shit. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing. Our artifacts... yeah, we've got 23 cards to cut. Our artifacts are good now. Damping Sphere. Stop. This is good suggestions. Shifting Woodland. What is this land?
Really quick, do we need the One Ring in the deck if we're drawing 2 extra cards per turn off WinTeR?
We're collectively drawing 2 extra cards. I don't know. We might get fucked. But I agree. I don't know. But you're right. Like we're not pressing for a lot of. I don't know if I have a dark ritual and nothing else to do with my time. The One Ring's pretty good. Just leave it there for now.
Okay.
Culling Ritual, another excuse for the One Ring. Buried Alive, Dark Deal, Flare of Cultivation, Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, just looking at these. Cathartic Reunion, Chain of Smog, DT, Grab the Prize, Unmarked Grave.
I think we can cut all of the wheel style effects because we don't want to. Wheel of Fortune is not good because we actively don't want to fill up people's hands, which Wheel of Fortune will do. Uh, Winds of Change doesn't discard; it just shuffles hands, which we don't really care about. Um,
Burning Inquiry is still good. Burning Inquiry is still really good.
Yeah, Burning Inquiry is amazing. Dark Deal is kind of eh.
This is cleaner now. The Cathartic Reunion is the first on the chopping block for the 2-cost rummagers, but I still like it. So
only reason why I like it is it discards 2 things, so it gets a sorcery into her graveyard and 2 other things, so it nearly gets Delirium by itself.
mm-hmm.
If one of those cards is a dual type, that is Delirium by itself.
Mm-hmm. I like these. I like our sorceries where they are. Planeswalkers, Karn the Great Creator, Grist the Hunger Tide, Ren and 6.
We can probably cut Ren and 6. I like our battles as they are. We can keep all of our battles.
It kills Orcish Bowmaster, Will.
If you want to keep it, we can keep it. It's not a bad card because it will ramp us.
No, we can get rid of it. Orcish Lumberjack cast it, though. Very easily. Orcish Lumberjack and that is actually pretty cool together. Although I do think we cut Orcish Lumberjack. Well, we have 38 lands.
Keep all of them.
No, we need to fix this. I'm sorry, we have 38 lands. We're going to go down by at least 9. Liliana of the Veil. Liliana, excuse me. Keep all Rens. We'll go back to Ren and 6 later. We'll see about that. All right, Will, what lands do you want to cut?
I'm looking through them right now to see what I want cut.
I know. I think we're going to do that same thing.
You know what? We can cut Cavern of Souls. If they counter our WinTeR, we either tutor for a reanimate or ramp into them again. We're fine with cutting Cavern of Souls.
Well, that's one. Talon Gates is a little difficult for me just because of how it functions, but the thing is, because we're in green, we can crop rotation into Talon and get the affected instant speed. It's kind of a cool card just as a utility, and one of the only non-color things I would want to keep along with Urza's Saga and I guess Ancient Tomb. But like the thing is, Ancient Tomb is kind of squandered here. It's like we have a commander that has 1 generic in its cost. You know what I mean? So I feel like Ancient Tomb might be cuttable in this.
Well, you run Ancient Tomb in your Oswald deck, so.
Well, it's a little different because it's all artifacts. Like I know that there is going to be 2 generic to pay. Like I need to pay 2 generic for something in that deck. I also run City of Traders for that same reason. Just to help rush out artifacts. But this deck is not doing the same thing. I'm going to cut the Ancient Tomb for now.
Okay.
Replace Ren with Tyvar. Which Tyvar, guys?
We can cut Undergrowth Stadium too. We don't need the enemy checks.
You don't want any of these? The Undergrowth Stadium, the Spire Garden.
We don't need the enemy checks. We're fine.
What's the last one? It's the red one. It's the I guess it was never in there.
Yeah, it was the Spire Garden?
No, that's Gruul. That one's Gruul. It's like something
Red black. Luxury suite. We don't have luxury suite in here.
Yeah. Wow, why is this so difficult? We have 34 lands. He mills and revives Dockside. Brawler? Brawler?
Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler.
What do you think, Will?
No, we don't need him.
Will's video is frozen.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking down. Okay.
I'll,
OBS, everyone.
I'll take. No, it's not even OBS. You're actually frozen here on Discord.
Give me a second.
Thank you for letting us know, guys. The lands are going to be the most difficult cuts, and I think we'll be able to move on from here pretty easily afterwards. While Will figures that out, what I'll encourage you to do is leave this video with a like. It goes a long way. I do mean that. It also lets me know that I'm doing an okay job. I want to check. Where are we with our poll? This all-important poll. 20 votes. 50% for pepperoni. My God. Will has a new setup today, so this is partially why I'm imagining it's acting a little funky. Here, we'll give him a second to come back, but we're not waiting, folks. Time waits for no man. Actually, sorry, but you will be waiting to see the list. There we go. Okay, here we are. Get rid of the nurturing peatland. We don't need that. Maybe Will won't join us again. How many creatures do we have? Enough to make Guy's Cradle viable. I'm going to sideline Guy's Cradle for now. I would like for people to feel like they can live their dreams without this most expensive of cards. Stomping Grounds is fine. I mean, I might just take out the Shocklands to just give us space for all the other utilities. I would rather get our Surveil lands. Did you like the double me? Sorry about that. It's gonna stay that way for a while. Time in the Road. It was delicious victory. Blood Crypt. What is that last Shockland? Overgrown Tomb. Done. Alright, I want at least 29 lands. We need to cut 10 more cards. Instance. Flare of Duplication. Deflecting Swat. Use the pain lands instead of what? We've got, so far as fetchable lands, we have 6 basics. And if we're running Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon, we're going to want to aim for those first. Vesuva. Yeah, this is Vesuva. Is that the one, the art that... Hell yeah, thank you. Vesuvan Doppelganger. That's what's going on right now. Instance. I have Crop Rotation, Dark Ritual, Demonic Consultation. I totally forgot that these exist. These are so good. Eldritch Immunity, Entomb. Legolas Quick Reflexes. Noxious Revival. Pyroblast. Best Pyroblasts. I need to get a copy. REB, Tarfire. Vampiric Tutor, Veil of Summer, and Worldly Tutor. Abrupt Decay, Ass Trophy. Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Yes, we're going to have a handsome grave, I hope. Oh, we keep that. Demand Answers is the best of the Cathartic Reunions. And Tainted Pact. Okay, so Demonic Consultation is like less important for us. But still like a decent tutor, if I'm being honest. I don't think we need it though. And so far as the other instances are concerned, I feel like we're missing some forms of interaction. Play Vendetta. Destroy target non-black creature. You lose life equal to its toughness. For flavor, could add it, and not even just for flavor. It's not a bad removal spell. Oh damn! Let me. Sorry, you're gonna see some text here. Discord is dead for some reason. Really? Apparently Discord's dead. Well, Will, if you're listening and or watching, what I'm going to do is leave the Discord link open for our chat, and you can jump in whenever you jump in. If you're able to jump in. And until then, you guys are going to get Vesuv and Pat. Here, we're just going to make cuts for now, guys. Chains of Mephistopheles. Still convoluted, a little slow. It is slow because it's like we're not doing anything. I mean, there's draw effects outside of, obviously, our commander, but if we're trying to rely on our commander coupled with that as like a combo, it's not amazing. Oh, ooh, is Will back?
I'm alive.
Hey, there we go. All right, Will, we are cutting 8 more cards.
All right.
And we are at, we could revisit instance.
All right, let's see.
Ooh, any instant sorcery fuse spell worth including? That's a good question.
I don't think we need fuse spells. We have such a good balance with our instants and sorceries already. Also, we probably don't need Spiteful Banditry.
We are not at enchantments yet, but yeah, we'll get rid of that. I do want to add Fire Covenant, though, so...
Yeah, sure.
Do we want Toxic Deluge?
We're trying to remove cards.
I know. Do you want Toxic Deluge?
You
can say no.
I don't hate it. That's the thing, because Toxic for 3 is usually totally fine. And then if we need to go bigger, then we need to go bigger.
That or just go home.
Indeed, indeed. That is the saying.
Let's do Toxic Deluge. Let's do Fire Covenant. I'm sorry. We were 7 away, folks. I know. Any instant sorceries with fuse. If you see any you think are worth including, let us know. All right, well, 9 cards to cut. No thanks to you. Are we gonna keep Blood Moon?
Yeah, Blood Moon's still like a really good slow down the game card.
Is Bitter Reunion too cute? It's 2 CMC. It's another cathartic effect, but it self-sacrifices to give your creatures haste.
Yeah.
Too cute?
Bitter Reunion is really good for the fact that when we use it, it is going to immediately enter, discard a card, draw us 2 cards, and then let us sacrifice to get an enchantment in our graveyard. So we're getting one of our choice of whatever we're missing from our yard, and we're getting an enchantment into our yard, which is going to be one of the harder things for us to get.
I'm going to get rid of Cathartic Reunion first.
Yeah, I'm kind of fine with that.
Yeah. 8 more cards. Creatures. We have WinTeR. Do we just get rid of WinTeR?
Yeah, no one needs WinTeR.
Opposition Agent, Magus of the Moon, Imperial Recruiter.
We can probably cut Delighted Halfling.
How about Dragon Rage Channeler?
I like Dragon Rage Channeler. Potentially Orcish Lumberjack can be cut, but...
Did we use no dredgers? Only because we're trying to hit a critical mass with the grave. I'm going to get rid of Orcish Lumberjack, Will.
We could do Troll, but I don't think we need Troll. I think we're going to have a good enough time.
What's it called? Cave Troll?
It's...
Cavern Troll? What's it? Troll?
Let me look it up. Nah. Golgari Grave Troll.
Of course.
Yeah, it's Surveil 6.
How am I missing it? There it is. Right. I forgot about Dredge. You're absolutely right. Dredge is
I
Dredge is
think
not bad. Like, as an entomb
Grave,
target,
yeah, Grave Troll is probably going to be the only one that we want to run, but we can hit it with all of our things.
how do you mean we can hit it with all of our things? Like,
With all of our things that ditch stuff in the graveyard, all of them can find this. It's a buried alive target. It's a unmarked grave target. It's an entomb target. It's good enough.
all right, I'll add one more. I think that's the only dredger we need, though,
Correct.
for sure. Keep Jack. It's a turn 2 WinTeR. Ugh. You're not wrong.
Your mom's a turn 2 WinTeR.
That's if we have a forest.
Yeah, if we're fetching, we're probably getting there.
Damn it, all right. Bear in mind, I also took out our Shocklands.
Oh, you did?
Because it's either those or the Surveil lanes, seriously. Look, if we're trying to go slow, we'll get there.
Sure.
Okay. 5 cost. Great troll. Haywire Might. Insolent Neonate. Ragavan. They're all so goodwill. Destiny Spinner is the only one that's like, eh.
Only reason it's in there is it's an enchantment creature. Also, I'm sad that Mags of the Moon, which looks like it should probably be an enchantment creature, is not an enchantment creature, but you know what? You can't win them all.
So, do we just get rid of Buried Alive? Like,
We could. It's not like it will make it so that we can hit Delirium easily. The only reason we actually have it in there is because it can find Grist. But we have other things that find Grist, so I don't think we care. Because any creature tutor finds Grist and then it'll kill itself eventually. The Invasion of Ikoria finds Grist, and then we just keep down ticking Grist until it dies. Which is not saying a lot because you go down tick, up tick, down tick, and it's dead. And people are probably going to try to hit it.
The idea was Buried Alive, Haywire Might, Destiny Spinner, and Grist.
Yeah, and then that's 5 creatures, or that's Delirium. Actually, it's past Delirium. That's 5 types in our graveyard because Planeswalker, Enchantment, Artifact, Creature, Sorcery. But
So I'm hearing Grist, Might, and Troll instead. Right.
yeah, we can get rid of Destiny Spinner.
And keep Buried Alive?
We also have Dryad Arbor that we can hit off of it, but we're probably hitting Dryad off of fetch land.
Right. You want to keep Buried Alive still.
It will be on the cutting block, but it will stay.
Okay, well, I am going to rid us of the One Ring. I do have the strength. Put it back. What about...
To the fire!
It's mine. Yeah, we can get rid of the One Ring for now. Is Ubamask a bridge too far? A mask too many?
Maybe. Ubamask is still really good, so I don't know.
It's 4 CMC, man. That's my issue with it. That's my only issue with it.
Well, if we get Ubamask out after slowing down the game, we just kind of lock because we're reducing the amount of cards people are drawing by 2/3 more or less. So it's pretty good.
Mm.
And here's where I bring up this stupid combo: Ubamask plus Soulless Jailer. But
right,
we're not doing that. But funny.
All right. Well, we need to cut 6 cards, so they're gonna need to come from somewhere.
We'll cut Ubamask. We'll cut. The enchantments are fine. Lands are fine. Instance, do we cut Cabal Ritual?
Now that we don't have Ubamask.
We do, because what's the highest CMC thing that we're actually trying to play?
We'll also get rid of Dark Ritual too.
Dark Ritual is fine just because it's good acceleration for WinTeR, but Cabal Ritual is up 1, Dark Ritual is up 2.
Well, Cabal could be. Oh, sorry. Cabal could be better, but
Ball
we're not.
could be up 3, but the issue is that if we get to the point where it's getting up 3, we don't need an up 3.
No. Oh, what is it with this deck? There's just so many like oddball utilities that we kind of need to jam.
We
Eldritch
can get rid of
Immunity?
we can get rid of Flare of Cultivation.
You don't want to find lands, Will?
We don't need it.
You don't want to. What if we do Magus of the Moon and we need our basics? Like we're running both Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon. I feel like it's kind of necessary.
Since we can do Grist easily to get to Delirium 7, do we want to cut at least the invasion of Ergamon?
What'd you call me? Who?
Ergamon!
What is Ergum? What is this?
I think that's one of the dragon planes. I don't know. Is that no? That's one of the beast planes.
Is this in the deck?
Yes, Invasion of Ergamon is the red green discard a card, draw a card, and get a treasure.
You're saying you don't want it anymore?
I think it is the worst battle that we have in the deck, and we don't inherently need battles because we have Grist in the deck, but having battles is still nice. I like the other two. I don't like Ergamon.
Okay. Fair. Karn and Collector Oof are in.
How many more do we need to cut?
3, Will.
Do we want to cut Tangle Wire?
Do we want to get one of the boots?
I like the boots. I like consistency on boots.
At least 2?
Yeah, because the worry is what if someone draws into removal for winter? And having boots means that they need to hit a smelt and a way to kill winter.
I'm getting rid of Imperial Recruiter. Like, if we really do the creature that bad, we'll just tutor it.
Yeah, we have other tutors for it. Also, having creatures in the deck is specific, or like as a tutor, is a slower way to get to Delirium because the creatures are going to stay.
Dryad of Ilsean Grove. Dryad of Ilsean Grove is an enchantment creature.
Isn't that the one that color fixes? I don't think we need that though.
But if we have Magus of the Moon or Blood Moon, is the suggestion.
Depending on when they come in, they're going to do different things, but I don't think we need color fixing through our own Magus because we have basics, and even if we do dick ourselves on red, we still have dorks and we have mana rocks.
Alright, gang, we need to remove one more card.
Do we still Buried Alive in?
Yeah, I put it in. You want that?
We could probably cut Buried Alive. We have Entomb and we have Unmarked.
Eldritch Immunity, Will.
That's the 1 mana protection spell,
Kindred.
right? I like it only because it's Kindred, and it's easy to get into the graveyard.
Alright, guys. We made the cuts. The deck is 100% competitive. You saw it. It's right there. It says it. It says it. Don't take my word for it. Take tapped outs. That was tough. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap up my pretzels. And we're going to play test WinTeR.
Who knew building jUND good stuff was going to be hard?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in jUND. But on that note, I'm ready. I'm ready to take this to the next level, gang. Are you? Let's go. WinTeR MISanThRoPic Guide. We've got Flare of Cultivation.
Did we still Flare of Cultivation?
Yeah, I want to keep it for the moons. Okay. Alright, how about a 1-lander with Orcish Lumberjack? And that land isn't a forest.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, let's see if we luck out. Hell no, we don't. Alright, well, we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to keep it just to see. And that was our draw for turn. Next turn. Yeah, we're fucked. Okay. All the lands in the world this time with Faithless Looting. We've got Mana Crypt, 2 fetch lands, a Command Tower, a Vampiric Tutor, Toxic Deluge, and a Faithless Looting. What is your dream tutor off of Vamp Tutor here?
We could do Jeweled Lotus to get our commander out on turn 2. We could do uh some random setup thing. Because did you take up Buried Alive in the end, or
Yeah, I did take out Buried Alive.
okay?
Oh, is that the
Um,
first card you thought to tutor for? Buried Alive?
that was the thing that it sets up Delirium well, because we can get our commander out with this hand without doing any tutors. Um,
Imagine that. Imagine Will wants the card he cut.
to be fair, I also said that we should remove Flare of Cultivation before Buried Alive, and then that didn't happen. But okay.
Well, no, I still like it though. Like in a world where we're Orcish lumberjacking and
Don't say it like that.
Magus of the Mooning our own
We're
thing.
lumberjacking.
We're lumberjacking, we're mooning. It's just not good. We need to get our asses covered. Okay, Badlands is the land I will fetch for.
You know what? We honestly probably Vampiric Tutor for a stacks piece, and the question is, what is that stack? Actually, do we get boots?
Boots?
It's boots or stacks piece in my mind.
Why? Why boots? We're not there yet.
We're gonna be there whenever the heck we feel like getting there.
Wait, he's also Ward 2. I keep forgetting. What's the best stacks piece?
Either Winter Orb, Opposition Agent, or
I just can't believe it.
Electric Oof.
Anchovies is higher than cheese. I'm really proud of you guys. We'll end the poll. We'll end the poll. Pepperoni with 50%. Now you know.
Yeah, pepperoni is the go-to.
Wow. Yeah, this is the toughest vamp tutor. I feel like we should just get some form of constant ramp like Carpet of Flowers just to push our guy out there.
We could get Burning Inquiry and just let Fate take the wheel.
We've got a lot of the same shit in our hand, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is an early oppo. Oh, that's not a bad idea either. Fine. Let's just say we plan for the opposition agent and steal an opposing tutor. Do you like that, Will?
We can say we stole the fetch because we're horrible people.
Well, I mean, we could steal anything.
Yeah, but it'll be a fetch.
Well, I'll use our fetch to get... Oh, God. What's the surveil land for black-red?
Black-red is...
Actually, let me just make this easier. What was the other one? Nope, it's got to be red.
Oh, there it is. It is... Oh, it's the Ruckus Theater.
Oh, Will's favorite.
The Raccoose.
The Raccoose Theater.
You know, the Raccooses, they run around, they got those shady-looking masks on, they go through your trash.
Let's do you want to put grab the prize in our trash, Will, or do you want to keep it on top? It's draw 2 cards if a land wasn't
sorcery. That's what I was looking at.
I don't know.
So we're gonna have another sorcery in the great. We can dump it. That's mostly in there to dump stuff, so we can dump it for now.
All right, we'll oppo agent. And you said we stole a fetch, so what? We get to play
Probably.
We get to play someone else's. Let's give ourselves green, I guess.
It's either we stole somebody's fetch or we stole somebody's demonic tutor, and everybody was like, "Yeah, no, that's cool," but that's gonna be hard to play test.
Right. Let's just say we stole a fetch. And it's green and red. How about that? Green and red. Cool. Next turn. I just want to play the land we were given, and I will use the red to do Faithless Looting. I'll draw 2, trash 2. I mean, I guess we technically could have cast our commander there, right? I just don't see the...
It probably was actually correct to cast our commander because we have Delirium, right?
Do we, though?
Are we one off?
So we have sorcery, land, instant, land.
Okay, so we're one off from doing it, so we do need to get something else in there, either an artifact or a creature.
I mean, we could just cast him, but like, if we don't have Delirium, I don't think it's worth casting, right?
Well, he draws 2 cards on our next upkeep. That's honestly not horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like just
We'll tap
using
the
our commander, drawing 2 for our next turn, then we can Faithless Looting the turn after and hopefully get Delirium.
Raccoose. And let's go ahead and just pray to God they don't kill our SS or SS opposition agent. Next turn, I already know what it is. It is a Kindred instant.
We draw 2 cards off the upkeep trigger, and then we draw 1 card for turn.
Right, so we have Swiftfoot Boots, Eldritch Immunity, and Flare of Duplication to play with. Flare of Duplication doesn't have a red creature to dig around with. So we could technically Swiftfoot Booty here. We could Swiftfoot Booty here and Faithless Looty. I also like the idea of just keeping Eldritch Immunity alive, but we want Delirium
We
now.
probably go for Delirium. We do Faithless Looting first, and we see what we can discard, because we need to discard something that's not already in the yard, so an artifact, a enchantment, creature, or one of the weird ones.
Right.
And
So
like Kindred.
yeah, we have the Kindred spell or the artifact. Which would you rather we discard right now? I think I
Well,
will.
Faithless Looting is draw 2, then discard 2, so we can see what we find.
Oh, I already drew 2. So it's a
Okay.
swamp
Oh,
and
yeah,
a Boseiju. So I'll discard the swamp and keep the snow covered swamp we have. I'll keep the Boseiju who endures in Command Tower. Command Tower is our land per turn.
I
We
think Swiftfoot Boots is better because it's more permanent.
yeah, that's fine. So we'll discard that, and now we have Delirium. Boop. Okay,
And then
so
we play Boots, equip Boots, and then pass turn, and from here we just do control things.
all right. So now with the Delirium, how does this function for them?
Our opponents have a maximum hand size of 3.
From henceforth.
Yeah. And then if we get anything else in the graveyard, it's going to be even smaller.
All right, so they have this turn, their collective turns to do something about this.
Yep.
They did just draw 2 cards
Getting
though.
through the Lightning Greaves is going to be kind of low. So we probably get there. And because most people are going to think, oh, I'm keeping 3 cards in hand and I'm drawing 2 on their upkeep, and then I'm going to draw for turn, so I'll have 6 cards in hand. So they're going to usually be fine with WinTeR until we get to a higher Delirium count, and then they're going to regret their choices.
Right. Okay. I mean, we could keep playing this out if we want to.
Yep. What we can do next, if we want, is
Oh, I'm sorry. There's Command Tower on the field.
we can Assassin's Trophy our own Mana Crypt to get another Delirium higher if we really need to. But we just need to get
Oh, do we just pull the
creature...
Haywire Might? We just use Haywire Might.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
do
gives...
we top deck Haywire Might?
Yeah.
Noise. Yeah, we need an artifact, a creature, and something else in our artifact, creature, and enchantment in our graveyard, and then we have full Delirium. Or we need another weird card type.
We're going to exile the 1 ring from our opponent who's on Oswald.
Yeah, we play Haywire Might, sack Haywire Might. Our opponent's maximum hand sizes are all now 1.
I will play the Orcish Lumberjack just to have Flare of Duplication online.
Agreed.
We'll use Raccoose Theater. I will play...
And now we win. Because people can only keep 1 card in hand. So from here on out, they're going to be slowly milling through their decks. They can't use any of their search effects, and we're going to be going up 3 cards every turn instead of 1. So pretty sure we get there.
I think so too. Bottomless Pit would be a fun ad for this deck.
No, Bottomless Pit is fun for the Master. Which Master am I talking about? The world may never know, because we just got another card called the Master recently.
Right.
Hold up. I actually want to check
So
this.
we have D-Swad, Flare of Duplication up, Ass Trophy, Toxic Deluge, and Boseiju. We've got a pretty sick setup here. Obviously, I would say that the opposition agent probably ate dEcK a turn prior. Wow. Okay. That's a little sluggish. We didn't really do much to the board early on outside of the turn 2 oppo, which is enough.
Also, there are 3 CEH playable commanders named the Master right now, and then there are 6 commanders named the Master in total.
Well, this worked out neatly. because
Indeed.
it looks like tapped out, or not tapped out, but something happened with Google here. The internet's failing us is
Oh
what's
no.
happening. But it's okay. Well, the one playtest was enough for me. I think this is one of those lists that it's going to be hard to sum up through gold fishing, because really it's a matter of getting to one, your commander quickly enough, but two, delirium efficiently. So we had the right sources in our hand that time to get there. It all was hunky dory. I do think Buried Alive makes sense though here. It may be worth considering just to make sure that we hit delirium quickly, and we can do so with Grist. Not Grist, the troll, and something else.
Haywire.
Haywire, right? So artifact creature, planeswalker, sorcery. That's 4.
And then we also will be milling 4 on our next draw step or next upkeep. And then, or sorry, 6. We'll mill 6 on the next upkeep, likely hitting one more thing that's relevant, maybe 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Buried Alive makes sense here. I would obviously revise this if I could, but I'll encourage you to put that in there. Will, overall thoughts on the list though?
Dude, looks like it works pretty well. This is one of those lists where it can be polished up pretty much near infinitely.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think that there are certain utilities that some players will want to use over others. I think stacks is going to be dependent on your meta, right? Obviously, if you know there's a lot of strategies that are played locally and or within your own friend group, you'll want to like have something to counter those. Power balance was a cute idea earlier. I honestly don't mind it. Like, free cast just means we get there a little bit sooner. It is luck dependent, mind you, but our curve is extremely low. Like, we only have one card that's 5 CMC, a trifling of cards that are 4. I think it's really just WinTeR now that I kicked the one ring out. But everything else is 0 to 3, which is the sweet spot. So I think power balance will probably hit. Also, it works like counterbalance, right? You can just you don't need to reveal it. You look at it and then you may choose to reveal it. So you can hide the fact that the CMC is X. I don't know. I think power balance is not a bad idea. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us as we built this one. If you enjoyed it, I'll encourage you to leave it with a like. Share this with your friends, because I'm curious to know if you know anyone building WinTeR, or if you're watching this building WinTeR. Let us know what utilities you included. I think you could sharpen this one up a bit. Was this a list that you wanted to try in paper, Will?
I'm probably going to build a copy of WinTeR in paper. It's going to be a list that I know I'm going to have to polish up a ton, but it is
Yeah.
pretty good. It seems like it's going to be viable.
I almost feel like with the Ward 2, maybe the boots aren't necessary. You could just hold the 1 mana up for some form of interaction, but once they ship the Ward 2 effect, if they're holding interaction for your interaction, then obviously they don't have to suffer through the Ward 2 again, but
The only thing with the Ward 2 is once everybody is hellbent from doing the whole WinTeR thing and they're drawing 3 cards a turn, they're just going to say, screw it, I use my entire turn to kill WinTeR. And they're going to keep doing that again and again and again. So you just want more ways of just saying, nope, here's another layer that you have to get through.
how does Vexing Shusher read? That's not the one that redirects,
One
right?
rule can't be countered. One rule thing can't be countered.
Okay, so it's not quite like a redirect. We need like a spell skite or something for this. We don't have anything to redirect, sadly, outside of our own like deflecting SWAT style effects.
Sylvan Safekeeper.
Oh yeah, Shroud, sacrifice a land.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea because it's very easy to green Sun Zenith out.
It's also really funny because Sylvan Safekeeper makes so somebody casts a spell targeting WinTeR, they have to pay the ward cost. After the ward cost is paid, Shroud. Oh, in response to the Shroud, you try to do it again, pay the ward cost again, Shroud. I sack another land.
That's not bad. I like it. Yeah, guys, let us know how you polish your WinTeR. But until then, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
So long, farewell, I'll Wiedersehen, adieu, 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 to you and you and you.
We'll be streaming on a different software next time, guys, I promise. Even better than OBS. Scott, I hope so. Prism Live Studio. It's happening.